What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in the first car review video, I did want to take a look at the lovely Chevrolet Corvette Z06. I'm also going to be looking at the AMG one, so do stay tuned for that video on Saturday. But in this one, we had to look at the Z06. So first things first, well, I am going to show a photo of the bundle here quick. It was 2.4-ish, almost $2.5 million for both of the vehicles, which, if you're wondering, yes, they're both going to be hypercars because I think, like, even back in the Crew 2, most of the time the cars were always going to be hyper, so it probably does make sense. But for me, my car is currently going to be orange because when you buy the bundle, you can't really change anything on it. What color am I going to make it? Well, I kind of wanted blue because it looks pretty dope, but you know what? Let's go with yellow on the official. Let's add that to it. Heading over to the visual parts. Oh, we got some customization on the Z06 here. Okay, let's see what we can do to it. Also, I really wish I could put a, is that an option? It is not. Can I please put a roof on my vehicle? Is there an option for the roof? There is not. Can I ask a question? Why can you not put roofs on any of the convertibles? Like, seriously, I don't really understand. But we are going to have four other hoods. Let's check those out here quick. Kind of feel like I'm a golden retriever at the moment when I'm recording this. But hey, guess I get kind of hyped up for a Corvette. I do like these. I do know there's a lot of Corvettes in the game. We already have the C8s and stuff, so it's probably not going to be all that special. But hey, we now have the lovely Z06 with the ZR1 come. Well, I don't know, man. I feel like people are going to be like another Corvette. We already have the Z06. Obviously, the ZR1 isn't currently out. And yes, you can wide body the Z06. Not really all that shocked. At least it fits good. Let me zoom in on that thing there. Look at that. It looks pretty nice. Not going to be messed up like a car from GTA. Moving over to the rims, we have the stock ones here. The next ones, we have the blacked out. Then we have, ooh, what color is that, bro? Is that, oh, forged? They're all forged there, buddy. Oh, there's more? Fully carbon fiber, bro. We got some rims on this thing. Ew. Look at that. Ew. Let's get that out of here. Let me go back over here. Look at these rims. All right, I'm gonna be honest. These are kind of dope, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, man. With the yellow, let's go with this color. I don't know what color that is. Let me know in the comments below. But that looks sweet, dude. I ain't even gonna cap there. Liking that. Should I keep the red calipers? Kind of fits it. If I went with yellow, it would kind of make it a bit boring, I think. I mean, yellow does actually look kind of nice there. Let's go with yellow then, matching the car. We got the mirrors here. Currently running carbon, keeping the carbon on there. We have these skirts. We have the out pieces there. We have carbon and then the painted ones. Not really feeling those. Here is the rear fender. There's four of these. What is this changing? Ah, see? Okay, okay. You can put the roof on the vehicle, man. I love that. I was wondering about this because we do know some of the other cars don't have it. I really hope people will get to this point in the video and go, oh, wait, bro, no. There's a roof. Don't you worry. Surely enough, I got to. You know what the funny part is? I kind of want the roof on there. I kind of want the roof on there. You know what? I'm going to do four and put the roof on there. Moving over to the rear wings, we have the stock one, which is fully carbon. Looks pretty nice. We have the broken up one with like the middle piece not being carbon. We have, ooh. Oh, that's a nice wing. Looking like a ZR1 wing, if you know what I'm saying. That's a nice wang. I'm going to have to move. Okay, this one, I kind of like 5 low-key. See, the thing is, though, if you look at the wings, sometimes they don't fit it that great. Like, that one looks pretty dope. That one looks okay. Okay, I'll go with this one. Probably going to look a bit wonky. What we got for the back pieces, we have, okay, well, rear bumper, I said back pieces. Same thing, tomato, tomato. Let's check it out. We have that one, dark headlights. We have, what is that changing? Oh, it makes the exhaust blacked out on that one. Kind of like that, actually. Looks pretty dope. Some of these don't look that great, bro. Let's add this one too. I like the blacked out exhaust pipes there. Then we have the interior. How can you not like a fully red interior? Maybe it's a bit too much red? Maybe. Let's go with maybe just the seats being red. You have the doors. We have the side pieces there, the doors. Let's see. Maybe I'll go with... That's a lot of red, bro. It's a lot of red. I'm going to go with this one with the red doors. Alcantara, we have this piece. What's that changing? Oh, look at that. That's nice. Carbon fiber. How can I not have carbon fiber? Gotta have carbon fiber on a Z06, man. How can you not? Well, guys, here is the car I did end up customizing. I wanted to show this here. So I got the red interior. You can see the roof piece on it. Funny part is, I kind of wish I can paint that roof piece carbon, but I guess that's fine as it is. I do like the fact that you can add it. Maybe I should take it off. Probably will. You know what? Let me, because we're already here, let me head back over to the rear fender. Just out of curiosity, let's take it off. Go back to color. Yep, you know what? It legit looks better as a convertible. I'm going to say it. It really does. Let's hope it doesn't rain. Okay, so spawning outside here, I am going to be on the side of Maui because I figured what better way to drive the Corvette is to be on the new island. I mean, doesn't that make sense? But besides that, though, guys, what do y'all think about the spec I did end up doing with the car? I mean, we have the yellow on it. We're going to have the red interior, that, like, rose type of whatever color that is on the rims. Seems to fit this thing pretty dang good. Do let me know in the comments below what color you guys would make your Z06. Like, I want to know what your specs are and all that. I feel like everybody will have different types, which is pretty dope. But looking at this thing here, guys, in the interior, I was a bit surprised with it. Look how nice the screen looks, man. Like, some of the cars look blurry. They don't look all that great. This thing looks pretty dang good. You can see, like, the actual letters, the oil pressure, time and temperature. You can see, like, the performance. Like, I like the fact that you can see it. Besides that, you're going to see about 750 buttons on the side piece there. My goodness, bro. Look at all the buttons on that. You have, like, the AC buttons. You got, like, I think, ventilated seats there. How many buttons can you put on a single piece in the car? My goodness. I mean, it makes sense. Where else are you going to put all those? Like, in the screen? Do not put all the buttons in the screen, man, or have everything in the screen. I would rather have buttons. Then you're going to see, like, the red doors, the carbon fiber. Looking pretty clean if I do say so. But besides that, let's drive this thing here a bit. Let me go this way. I feel like would be a good way to go. I might have to bring up my volume a little bit here, but I think it's decent. I don't want it to like overpower the car so you can't really hear me or you're just hearing the car. And I don't think that's a great idea. But so far this thing is at 8 speed. 8 speed, that is what it's going to be. So let's see what we can do here. Now, guys, this is going to be a hypercar, which I do want to know what you think about that. Are you happy the Z06 is a hypercar? I mean, probably is going to make sense. Not seeing like a ZR1 in the hypercar category would be weird as well. So probably seeing a Z06 in the hypercar class probably does make a lot of sense. And I would say a lot of people are like, no, Block, we're glad this thing's a hypercar. The only issue I might find with it, though, is this going to be a good hypercar that you can probably run against other vehicles? I mean, we all do know there's a lot of hypercars, man. Probably going to say it, the hypercar category, the street category, easily the most, I guess you could say, like, competitive classes in the whole game. Like, there really isn't another stance there. They really are the most competitive. They're going to be the most used classes. They also get the most new vehicles. Let me cruise around in it, but the overall, like, driving ability of the car is just not there. That would be unfortunate. So I'm going to be on this highway. Maybe I could go probably that way along that side would probably be decent. I can't spawn anywhere because there's nothing anywhere besides these, man. They got to add some more stuff to the island, bro. Got to say it. But okay, let's go jump on the highway and see what I can do with it. So going to shift decently quick. Let me hit the nitrous on it. It's going to accelerate. This is a hypercar, so before I even do the top speed test right now, I'm going to predict it 295 miles an hour. Well, let's see if I can get it there. Car feels very nice not having any pro settings on it, which, as y'all know, I don't run them. Pretty much jumping into summits, whenever I do that, I pretty much do them weekly. I don't use any pro settings. Find it kind of fun. Okay, here's a decent straightaway. Let's do it. Oh, what is this? Okay. So 300 miles an hour. You know, I'm actually pretty impressed with that. So 300 miles an hour on the Z06. That's kind of higher than I thought. Like, I was expecting 295-ish, maybe 290, but 300 is going to be incredibly competitive. The only issue is, though, we also have the AMG 1, which we all do know is probably going to be decent. Then we're also going to have, like, the Agera, the Bugattis, and let's be honest, man, a lot of these hypercars really do own this class, though. I was seeing a lot of people going on the forums going, man, I hope some of these cars are better than the Agera. Is the Z06 going to be better, man? Well, you're most likely not going to be happy because it probably won't be. Is it good enough? Maybe, but let's go jump into a quick race with it and see what it can do. I'm not going to be doing a grand race because it's randomized and I can't drive the car the whole time because even to this day, we still do not have class-based PvP. It's honestly kind of frustrating. Okay, so jumping into the Z06 here, guys, there's a few things I did want to talk about with this car and basically the hypercars in general. The first thing I do admit is I think this car is honestly pretty decent. Is it going to be the best hypercar in the game? Well, if I had to guess, I feel like most players are probably going to end up using something like the lovely AMG because that car is something everybody has been asking for. We all do know, once again, this is not going to be the first C8 in the game. We have the regular C8, which, funny thing is, those are all going to be in the street category, whereas this is a hypercar. Dude, will you chill in that LaFerrari, man? I'm trying to keep up with you, and for some reason, I am struggling. Let me speed up a little bit. There's that hypercar speed there. There it is. But I do feel like that's one of the issues, though. Like, players might look at this car and go, okay, so, yeah, bro, it's a new hypercar, right? It's a Corvette. Like, am I going to use this over the Mercedes? Like, personally, one of my favorite hypercars recently of time is going to be the Porsche 919 Street, guys. I love it. It's legit one of my favorite cars at the moment. Handles so dang good. It's really quick. No pro settings. It's pretty dang impressive. Would I end up picking the Corvette over that car for pretty much any event in the Summit? Well, to be honest, I mean, it's probably a no. Like, I do like the Corvette. Don't get me wrong. This thing is dope. But I also feel like at the same time, this car is really going to be aiming toward the type of player that's most likely going to be probably just cruising around a bit, maybe doing some casual racing and all that. Like, I'm going to say right now and say if you're in a grand race, you're probably not going to be picking this car over something like the Agera, the Bugatti Cento Dici. I think that's how you say it. Probably the new Mercedes is also going to be great, which I am going to be testing that car out. Again, that's coming out on Saturday. I'm very interested in that car compared to this one. Like, I do understand this is a Corvette. I was noticing people were like, yo, we got another Corvette, bro. That's kind of cool, but kind of not, because we already have the C8 in the game, but we have the Z06 now. Which, you know, I do admit, like, I'm not all that surprised this is going to be a hypercar. I was looking at the Street Tier 2 class, seeing, like, the C8. We have the other Stingray in there. I do understand. I think that's also going to be the Interceptor Unit 1 as well. So I was like, okay, they're probably going to make it a hypercar. We all do know the Elite bundles are normally going to be hypercars, so I guess it does make sense. But I do feel like, to a certain extent, this car is probably going to be the type of hypercar most players probably will not end up using. Okay, so final thoughts on the Corvette C8 Z06 in the hypercar category. What do I think about it? Well, it does handle pretty well. I feel like the overall speed on this car is actually pretty decent. But, you know, I kind of have one issue with this car, which I also wanted to ask you guys this question as well. Probably a good way to end the video. Do you all think some of the cars in Motorfest, or I guess you could probably say at this point most of the cars in Motorfest, do y'all think they're a tad too similar in their overall performance? Like, I was thinking about this a bit, and there's going to be a reason for that, though. Like, yeah, we all do know certain hypercars are better than other ones. Same with the street tier category, same with, like, rally rates, same with rally cross and all that. But do y'all think some cars are going to be, like, decent enough to where you could use them? Then there's also going to be cars that are just so dang great, like, for example, the Agera. We all do know a lot of players might look at the Z06 and go, okay, so this could be a really fun cruising vehicle for a bit, though. If you're going to want to do some races, well, you are then going to have to use something else because the Corvette is not all that great. I do understand every single game is going to have, like, the quote-unquote meta issue, but do y'all think some of the cars in this game really should be a tad better than their overall performance in-game? Besides all that, though, I would recommend getting the Elite Bundle, guys. This car is pretty dope. For $2.4 million, I would say the C8 is going to be a great vehicle, at least for cruising. If you are looking to casually race, then yes, it can do it. I admit the car looks insanely good with the setup as well. I love it. I would say the convertible top somehow looks better. Don't know how that is, but do let me know what y'all think about the Z06 in the comments below. Do you like it? Are you going to use this vehicle? And if you are, would you use it in summits, grand races? I'm wondering what everybody does think about this thing.